Ready to start the second set. We're here because Jack, among others, challenged that control. And, you know, I feel kind of awkward being here in some respects because the beat generation shot was not do this in remembrance of me in terms of grand opera and, shall we say, high mass. It was designed so that folks shared experience together, shared their creativity together, and in a very informal way, largely. For instance, when How was published, a handful of us were over in Boston South End at a beatnik pad. Now, a beat pad at that time was, you walk up a couple of flights, it smelled too bad, and there was no furniture in the place. There was usually a record player, and a bunch of dirty clothes in the corner. And some dude had just discovered a poem by someone. I just heard this great record, and it was going on the turntables. A lot of Charlie Parker, etc., and so forth. So this one dude comes up, Jerry Bassel, who's now lamentably passed, in the grave with Jack, and hopefully enjoying that exercise. I hope to join him someday in a positive way. So he says, look at this, man, this is out of sight. So he reads Howl by Allen Ginsberg. Now we had already read a little other beat poets from East Coast and West Coast. But what do? We sit in someone's pad, lean against the wall, a little sip of red wine. In fact, we hadn't discovered yet that most wine from Italy that was packaged in a certain way in those funny bottles with straw around them had 117 unidentifiable ingredients. It tasted loud and we drank it anyway. That was cool. I mean, I didn't wear a beret, I have to confess that. But we all sat around being hip, you understand. But the one thing that was real about it was that we shared the experience, okay? In other words, I wrote something, I shared it with Joe. He drew something, he shared it with me. We sat in pictures, we sat in the Waldorf, we sat in Waltons, we sat in all those crazy places, and it beat me bad. Thank God for those. And basically it was loosening up, getting the message across to one another in a direct way. The writing was direct. It wasn't camouflage, it wasn't bullshit. It was straight. And that's what Jack Kerouac was about, and it was energy transfers. And all of us were looking for illumination, epiphany, you understand? It wasn't dull, it wasn't, oh, this is how it gets in the world. It had to be real, it had to be exciting. Otherwise, we were bored, and guess what? When your best friend's bored, then you fail. So we excited one another to the best of our ability, and tonight we're going to share a little of the spontaneity of that experience that the beat generation was, because it simply wasn't something you read about in books today. Although they were. It's cool, that's not everything. Probably the most significant period in American arts since the 20s, 30s, etc., and so forth. Not to be improved on in the sense of places where people got together to share things. Coffee houses, bar rooms, the jazz and poetry events in New York and San Francisco set a standard that hasn't been matched yet to today. I mean, obviously since then, the hippies and all the other folks went another direction and ended up in huge stadiums with mammoth crowds and megadolls. That's not where the art is for the folks we're talking about, and it's not where Jack Kerouac would have been. But he's here with us tonight, and some of his words, he is not defining Jack Kerouac. A couple of us are going to share some words that he created with you in our own inimitable way, which will be probably all wrong. Jack was crazy, that's not what I meant. Well, I'm sorry, this is what I felt, Jack. So we're going to share a little of that part of Jack with you tonight. Now, to my left, Ted McGodmos, who played with some of the things years ago with me. To my right, John Voight, bassist extraordinaire, and writer. Well, a lot of things. I won't tell you all the things he does because I want to get arrested tonight. And behind me, someone known by a various number of names, but the one that will do for tonight. Wow. We're going to share some of this material with us, and also not just Jack Kerouac, but what is with his contemporary. We're looking at a time situation that is necessarily closing off some of what we wanted to do. But I'm going to read primarily from Mexico City Blues, and And anyone that jumps up to the mic will tell you what they're reading from. We're going to start now with a little Mexico City blues. About bar. And the people who make it sing brain inside. The songs of the rough and the gist of posy come by themselves. Hark, stock is prisoners in a cave, laid out to sunlight. Rugged, ragged, and beautiful when you look close, and see underneath the beards the holy blue eyes of humanity. And brown. The stars on high sing songs of their own in motion that don't move, real, unreal, sing song sneers. But human poetries, with God as their design, sing with another law of spheres and accents. And rip me a blues, son, blow me a bop. Let me hear about heaven in brass flugel. So I write about heaven. Smoke and sea, wandering everyone straight to the dream. If you could only hold what you know, and you know it forever, instead of moving from grieving to grieving, lament to lament, groan and have it come out and smile once again. Instead of all that, the hospitals that are sick lay in heaven and high in crystal, in heaven of pure amphetamine, constant wine, partiality devoid of condition free. Here I go rowing over the lake injury, looking for the mana inside of me, inside of me. I'm free, free as a bee, inside he. Lord have mercy on Hallelujah Town. I gotta stop my foot and say where? Hey Dad, hey, own. From now on, own. I don't wanna, can't wanna hear about it. Not my open saloon, not my bar saloon, not my broken glass, not my job. Black, blue, race, I love you.
The world is a beautiful place to be born into if you don't mind happiness not always being so very much fun. If you don't mind a touch of hell now and then, just when everything is fine, because even in heaven they don't sing all the time. The world is a beautiful place to be born into if you don't mind some people dying all the time, or maybe only starving some of the time, which isn't half so bad if it isn't you. Oh, the world's a beautiful place to be born into if you don't much mind if you get mine in the higher places. Or a bomb or two now and then in your upturned faces. Or such other improprieties as our name brand society is prey to. With its men of distinction and its men of extinction and its priests and other patrolmen. And its various stations and congressional investigations and other constipations that our fools like to adhere to. Yes, the world is the best place of all for a lot of such things as making the fun scene, and making the love scene, and making the sad scene, and singing those songs, and having inspirations, and walking around looking at everything, and stunning cars, and losing statues, and thinking, and kissing people, and making babies, and wearing masks, and wearing hats, and dancing, and going swimming in rivers on picnics in the middle of summer, and generally living it up. Yes, but then right in the middle of it comes the smiling.